Hello, everyone. This is Andre's Pop Culture Guide. Today is the latest Andre's Pop Culture Retrospective/review, and it's on Predator, the 1987 American film, science fiction slash action horror film, directed by John McTiernan, written by brothers Jim and John Thomas, and starring, of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Kevin Peter Hall, Carl Weathers, Bill Duke, uh, Richard Travis, JC Ventura, Sonny Landham, and Shane Black. Everyone knows that Predator is the most iconic 80s movie of all time, one of the best. And I gotta say, love this film. So excited to talk about this film. So, what is Predator all about? Well, Predator is a 1987 American science fiction action horror film, I'd say, for of course, directed by John McTiernan, pre Die Hard famed director, and then it's written by the brothers Jim and John Thomas. Now, the story and summary of this movie is about Arnold Schwarzenegger, started as Dutch, the leader of a elite paramilitary rescue team on a mission to save hostages in the guerrilla-held territory in the Central America rainforest. Now, who and his team encounter a deadly predator, of course, played by Kevin Peter Hall, a skilled tentacological advanced extraterrestrial alien who stalks and hunts them down. Now, this film will always have a special place for me, as aside from being the best horror slash sci-fi films of the 80s, it's also a huge childhood favorite of mine. I rewatch it every time when it was on TV. The film feels like a real team effort, much like the heroes of the film itself. Everyone involved in the production has brought something creative, unique, or memorable to the table, and has made Predator become a hugely popular film and franchise to this day. Now, despite the fact that I've seen it thousands of times as a kid, as I iterate, I have only seen it. Yes. I pretty much seen all the sequels and franchise during my adult life, so it's really spectacular. And the single viewing has more than enough to remind me what I love about this film. Now, Predator works as a macho action film, a very spectacular horror and an intrigue sci-fi premise as well. And despite its short runtime of just under 100 minutes, it somehow managed to find room for all three. The fact that it stars the action icon Arnold Schwarzenegger ensures that the film always will be favorably remembered. He's not a good actor as everyone else, and I know, but Arnie always managed to bring that extra something to his movies. The plot is deliciously simple, as I said before, but follows a group of commandos that go off into the jungle on a secret mission. However, things go wary when it turns out that they are the only ones with the weapons there, as I say, for the aliens stalking them. So, and with great horror and sci-fi premise, I think the jungle is the great setting for the action sci-fi flicks, such as this. These sorts of films tend to be set in space, but seeing the action down here on Earth is different and refreshing. The fact is, set in the jungle with its dense fulgurant ensures that the Die-Hard director John McTiernan is able to bump up the suspense, as just like in Vietnam War. Soldiers are dealing with unknown enemy. The atmosphere really is excellent, and the special effects help to create the futuristic tone, while the suspense builds and make sure that the audience are on the edge of their seats. At all times, The Predator was released hot on the heels of the success of James Cameron's amazing Aliens. Now, the reason I'm bringing that up, it seems also the film merely rebuffed the following trend of sci-fi alien tropes. But anyway, Predator has more than enough up its sleeve to ensure that it isn't the chase. The action is great. Director McTiernan clearly knows what he's doing. It's a fast and furious an amount of weapons on display ensure that the film is sure to delight fans of macho action films. In fact, the lead actor is the master of a man doesn't exactly hurt the film either. Now, Arnold Schwarzenegger. Let's talk about the cast here. Now, as I said before, he's not a terrible actor, but it doesn't matter because his screen presence is very well done here. Not in his activity, but it makes his performance what they are. And at times he's cringeworthy, but it's hard to deny his prowess when it comes to the actor scenes. And that's all the film of this nature needs. Arnie isn't the only big name in the film, as I brought up, as the servant of Muscle Man. Of course, you got the ex-wrestler Jesse Ventura, Carl Weathers, well, the late great Carl Weathers, rest in peace, Fame, Apollo Creed in the Rocky films, and then many other actors that join him that are also iconic during the 80s. I guess it's a real it's a real ensemble effort. Even the actors bring something to the film that stands out. We don't need character development for this type of film. We just need something that makes each guy different, so that we know who we're getting. Well, who is getting dead or getting die, or going to get killed and wasted in the predator's way. A problem which many monster flicks mess up by throwing in a bunch of bland characters. Here, every character is radically different. Dutch, the sensible team leader, though, yeah, the sensible team leader. And then you got Dylan, who has shades of Apollo Creed, trying to keep his cool and save his faith. Mac, who starts off white, laid back, and eventually goes mad due to the death of his friend Blaine. Blaine, who utters the best one-liners and carries a bleeding minigun. Crazy. One of my favorite weapons here. And then you got Billy, the tracker, who is just out there, knows something wrong from the off. Then Pancho, who speaks Spanish and wields a grain launcher. Then you got Hawkins, played by Shane Black, who reads comics, works on the radio, and tells dirty jokes. Firstly, the script is chock full of classic dialogue, making this one of the most quotable films in history, with so many cheesy one-liners that you're being forgiving for thinking the characters were being hunted by a hungry mouse. However, the script and the premise is genius. By simply pitting alien hunter against Earth's finest prey humans, commandos in this situation, writes themselves a perfect movie. Boy Scout traps, but camouflage, Arnie, and the villain which emits and toys with its prey. The sequel also expanded this too, and matched the development of the even further with a wild arsenal and deeper understanding of the alien race, which gives this film a little something to separate from the other standard alien ripoffs. Now, secondly, you got director John McTiernan keeps the film zooming along at a sensible pace, which has been the pace here is really great in the film, and that's one of the key things that makes this film great. When there's any danger of actual character development, we move straight onto the next scene and dispense with the say character LOL, which is spectacular. Then there's the tremendous atmosphere as the commandos enter the jungle. It's like another world, and straight away the eye is thrown out of the seats with a shocking discovery up in the trees. In fact, the massive outbursts of violence in Predator are still very savage today. Despite more violence now getting through sensors, we don't get to see anything quite shocking as skin, corpse, and spinal cords being ripped out. Eventually, the tense is cranked out to the break point as it's left to Arnie to stick around and avenge his team. Tarzan style sort of way. Next, or Ramble style, if it be more exact. Next is the visual effects. People should be congratulated. I mean, from amazing pyrotechnics to the legendary heat vision and camouflage, which is part of the Predator's unique quality. Even today, the image of the blurry silhouette running through the jungle gives me the shivers still in adult life. And when the final battle kicks in, sparks truly fly. The cameo effect is its own one of the best special effects I ever seen. It feels like discovery of a bullet time or something just as classic as today. Part thanks to the Lord himself of special effects, Dan Winston, who practically saved the film by ditching the original dopey design of the Predator, which I did not know. The original design of the Predator was more, how you say, lobster-like, and was originally played by Clark Van Damme, of all people, before Kevin Pierre Hall took over the role and the redesign. And coming out with the mask, humanoid with some nice dreadlocks, most people prefer the Eager's alien design over this, but I always preferred the Predator, largely thanks to Kevin Pierre Hall's performance. Instead of a guy in a suit, which Alien eventually seemed like at the end, we get a nasty-looking alien under the mask. Never do what we think. There's just a bloke under there. The Predator swings from tree to tree like a monkey, bounds great distance like Frankenstein's monster on stowaways, right? Instead of a clumsy fake alien, we get something that really does act and look intentional, not to hunt the team crack commandos in top form. The appearance itself is truly memorable, and it's debatable either the prey looks cooler without or without his metal mask. So, so overall, like I say, finally the score needs to be mentioned here because Anniversary Score is one of the most atmospheric soundtracks ever and adds to the film's tiny tense. As soon as we enter the jungle, the music spells doom for all with subtle tones that soon explode to life. Considering how much hiking through the jungle there is, and yeah, the location should be known as well because this is some truly badass scenery. It's surprising that we don't feel it because the whole time and the story keep us entertained with the film's classic theme tune and spawning a decent sequel and decent sequels and countless other media. It goes to show the power of Predator. It all started here when it just considered an alien rebuff, but has since shrugged off those roots and claimed its own slice of history. Everyone that involved in the film has contributed something. It's though their careers have all peaked at the same time, it met up on this film. The result is just quality, remarkable, memorable, and exhilarating and I highly recommend watching the 1987 film Predator. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on this awesome retrospective slash review on Predator, the 1987 film, for its 12 Days of Halloween marathon I'm doing for my channel. More to come. Thank you, and have a nice day. Ciao.